How do you know if your SEO is truly working for your business or not? You're shelling out the big bucks every month to make sure your website shows up in search engines, but do you really know if this is having a real impact on your bottom line? Hi, my name is Ron Sanders and I'm the founder of Link Scholars, and a typical SEO company will send you these long reports with fancy charts and a lot of information you really can't understand. But is the SEO service they're providing really working for your business? I'm making this video because from the conversations I've had with business owners over the years, most people have no idea if their SEO campaign is actually making them money. I think business owners really need someone to help them figure out exactly how much money SEO is actually making for their business, so they can decide if they should continue the SEO campaign or maybe change companies. So in this video, I'll try to help you answer a simple question: is your SEO profitable? If you're like most, you probably are scratching your head right now. So let's talk about what basic metrics you're going to need to figure out if your SEO is actually making you money. Before we get into it, let's talk about keyword rankings real quick, since this is what most companies will have you focus on. The typical business relationship between a client and SEO service is like this. You tell them to rank you for certain keywords, or maybe they pick your keywords for you, and at the end of the month, they send you a long report with tons of information which you probably don't even bother to open. But with your report email came a note saying that they're seeing great results, and they point out one keyword in particular which has improved ranking from number 62 to number 28. So you're impressed and you end up going about your daily routine. But how much is that number 28 rank actually worth to your business? In my opinion, if you're not on page 1 of Google, or at least in the top 8, that number 28 position is meaningless, even if you did shoot up 35 spots. Now, to be clear, improvement in rankings is a great thing and a sign of positive SEO. But this video is about showing you how to figure out if these positive SEO signals are actually having any real effect on your business. So what you're looking for is page 1 Google rankings. This isn't going to happen overnight, although these top 8 or top 10 keyword rankings are what's going to move the needle for your business. Now let's say you get a report from your SEO company showing you that they took you from number 13 to number 2 for a certain keyword. Sounds great, no? You're on page 1 for a keyword and you should be bringing in some targeted traffic and new customers. But wait, how many people are actually searching for that keyword each month? In other words, what's the search volume for that term? It very well may be that your number 2 ranking is for a keyword that might be searched less than maybe 50 times a month. So knowing the search volume for a keyword you're ranking for is important as well. Something to note is that the higher the search volume for a keyword, usually the harder it's going to be to rank for. But as a side note, there are many low volume keywords that get not a lot of searches per month that are also very competitive and super hard to rank for. Now on the flip side, and in defense of SEO companies, let's say you rank number 2 for a high search volume keyword, but you're not seeing any kind of bump in sales or leads. Well, then the problem is probably with your product offering or website conversion rate, or maybe something else. And maybe making a small tweak can let you see more significant gains from your SEO. All right, so here's another example of keyword ranking. And let's say you rank number 5 for a keyword that gets you 20,000 searches per month. So you got a winner, right? But wait, what if that keyword is targeting everyone except actual buyers or people interested in your service? For example, let's say you sell cloud management software, but you're showing up number 5 for a keyword like cloud management salary. Well, these are people looking for a job, not necessarily business owners looking to spend thousands of dollars with your company. So as a side note, you're probably asking yourself, why would you rank for the term cloud management salary when you weren't going after that keyword in the first place? Well, number 1, Google might show your site for certain searches if there are not enough relevant results for that term. Number 2, your SEO company just might have scraped a list of keywords without doing proper research to see if the keyword is actually relevant for your business, which happens often actually. So the point is, make sure you're ranking for keywords that you know for a fact your customers are actively searching for. So now that you have a handle on keyword rankings, let's talk about how to figure out if you're actually making money with your SEO. What you're going to need first is to track your organic search engine traffic. Organic traffic are people who visit your website from the non-ad section of a search result page. I realize this image you're looking at is from a very old search result page when Google used to have the ads on the side on the right. But that's not the point. The point is that green area where you see the organic search. The search result page of Google is always going to change. It's going to be different a month from now, a year from now, 10 years from now. But the point is organic search is always going to be there. And that's where people are clicking on the search results that are not in the paid ad section. And that's what I'm trying to show you with that image. So to track organic traffic, you're going to need tracking software, something like Google Analytics or anything else. For the sake of this conversation, we'll stick with Google Analytics since it's free and easy to set up and the most popular. The good news is that Google Analytics is indeed free. All you have to do is grab a snippet of code and put it on every page of your website. For people who have zero tech ability, you'll need to hire an SEO professional or developer to set it up. So if you need help getting the analytics set up for you, a simple trick is just to go to Fiverr.com, type in Google Analytics, and search for 4 or 5-star providers who can set this up for you for cheap. It's going to look something like that if you go to Fiverr.com, and you could easily kind of point out the people who could help you get analytics set up. If you're the do-it-yourself type of person, go to YouTube.com, search for Setup Google Analytics, and you'll see tons of great videos that will help you kind of walk you through the process of setting up analytics for your website. Very important though, along with visitor tracking, you're going to need to set up what's called goal tracking. This is where you tell the analytics software what you consider a goal on your website, and we're going to talk about that right now. If you're hiring someone on Fiverr, again, make sure they're setting up goal tracking for you as well, along with the visitor tracking code. So here are some examples of goals for different businesses and what it means to them, right? So if you're an e-commerce store, your goal obviously would be to track your sales. For e-commerce, you also want to set up revenue tracking as well. So in other words, you want to know not only how many sales you got, but the revenue those sales brought in for you as well. It'll help a lot also if you know where the sales came from, how much sales were brought in from organic traffic, or how much sales were brought in from a pay-per-click campaign if you're running one, from direct traffic if someone just came straight to your website and purchased. So by having this set up, you're going to know all those details. Setting up sale and revenue tracking for e-commerce stores, it could definitely be a little tricky depending on your platform. So if you're not the techie type, you definitely want a developer or SEO professional to set this up for you. Again, if you're tight on your budget, just head on over to Fiverr.com. You'll find someone to do this for you really for a really good price. Next, if your website offers a service, your goal might be to get leads. So you basically want to know how many visitors filled out the lead form or contact form on your website. If you're a software company, your goal might be to sign up free trials. If you offer mobile apps, so in this case, your goal might be to get first-time installs. You're going to want to know how many people actually installed the app from, what platform they came from. In this case, probably search engine visitors. So as you can see, every business has its own goals. So to simplify, it's just an action a visitor takes on your website that you consider valuable to your business. Once your tracking is all set up, you're going to know where your traffic is coming from and if they're completing an action. Now you can determine if SEO is profitable for your business. So let's have a look at what a typical Google Analytics chart looks like. What you're seeing here is a chart of organic traffic from one of our Link Scholars customers. Notice how the dark blue traffic line increases month over month right after they began the Link Scholars SEO service. If you look at the red arrows pointed out on the graph, you could see on the very right side there it says Link Scholars SEO started. And if you look at that dark blue line, you see it rising month over month. Now notice how the light blue line increases as well, which shows you the amount of monthly leads increasing month over month. So if you look at that light blue line, and again, look at the very right side where Link Scholars SEO started label is shown, you'll see that light blue line climbing, and at the very end there in May, you'll see a nice exponential increase in leads compared to that light blue line at the start of the year in 2018. So just looking at this graph, you could easily see that 2019 in terms of leads and traffic is much better for them than 2018, because the dark blue line is traffic, that's increasing. The light blue line is leads, and that's increasing. And those labels should help you kind of spot those out there. So therefore, if you had to decide whether SEO was worth it or not, what would your conclusion be? Well, number one, they're paying a very low price for the Link Scholar's SEO service. And number two, they're making more in sales than what they pay for that SEO. So therefore, yes, they should definitely continue with SEO. So let's have a look at another analytics chart from one of our Link Scholar's clients here. This client basically had no idea how his SEO was performing until he finally had goal tracking set up for his website. And you could see there in February 2019 with that red arrow, that's when we actually started tracking goals and traffic. And that's also when his Link Scholar's SEO started as well. So in February, you could see his organic traffic started to climb with that dark blue line again. So month over month, you see that steady increase in overall traffic. And you can also see the amount of leads they receive each month consistently growing as well. Again, that's the light blue line there. And from February 2019, we started tracking, and if you look month over month, in March, April, and then in May, you'll see that exponential increase in leads as well as they continue doing the Link Scholar's SEO service. So as a side note, they get about a 20% conversion rate from leads. This means that they convert 20% of leads into actual customers. So they're now getting about 250 leads per month, a lot more actually. And that's just from organic traffic, and that translates to about 50 new customers for the month or more. And that's just from SEO, from Link Scholars, and they get traffic from other channels as well, and these guys are doing real well. So best of all, what you're seeing here from this chart is that the traffic and lead volume is increasing month over month thanks to Link Scholars. So if the question is, should they continue SEO? Well, again, considering the low cost of the Link Scholar's SEO service and the fact that they convert a healthy percentage of those leads into actual customers, well, the answer is yeah, of course they should continue. If the SEO campaign is in the profit zone, then yes, they should absolutely continue the SEO. So to summarize, to figure out if your SEO is making you money, you need to track your website traffic and goals. You got to know where people are coming from and if they are taking action on your website. That's the only way to determine if your SEO is really working for you or not. Now, if you want the same great SEO results that I've just been showing you, then all you have to do is head on over to linkscholars.com and sign up for an affordable SEO plan. That's it. We made it incredibly easy for you to get started. First, before you do that though, remember, subscribe to our channel, click the bell notification icon, leave a like or a thumbs up before you go, and that should be it. Thank you very much. Have a great day.